This woman is going viral for putting churches to the test and calling them to see if they will help her out with a single can of baby formula for her hungry baby. Okay. And she calls some very popular churches, such as Joel Osteen's church. She even called an Islamic mosque. Okay. I want to show you this video because this has raised a lot of concern about where the funds that churches are receiving are going, and are the churches actually helping out people that are in need. Okay, so we got to talk about this. Let's go ahead and hop into this video, watch it, and react to it. Before we do me a quick favor, hit that like button for the YouTube algorithm so that this video can reach more people like yourself. I truly appreciate you guys. Let's go ahead and hop in.
Okay, so I'm going to be attempting to call the East Somerset Baptist Church. I tried to call there earlier, right at 9 o'clock. It was like 9:03, and they were not answering yet. So we are going to try them again and see if they answer and if they're willing to help.
Good morning, East Somerset Baptist Church.
Hi, yes. I was calling to see if you all were able to help. I have a baby, and I do not have formula for the week for her, and I was wanting to see if y'all were able to help.
They stopped doing anything out of the church office about 2 years ago. We give to some places in town that, might be able to help you, like God's Food Pantry or Perm, but they don't do anything out of the church office.
Okay, so y'all don't do anything to help?
Not directly out of the office, no.
What does it mean when you say directly out of the office?
I mean that we give, like, some of our missions budget to places in town for that kind of a thing. Like to AIM, like sometimes AIM can help, or First Choice Clinic, we give to them.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
And there's that. They do not help your community. Not even to a mother who needs to feed her baby.
Okay, so as you can see, she's calling around and asking churches if they can give, help her out and get her a can of baby formula for her baby. And a lot of churches are giving her answers such as we can't help, or, we give to this organization, you can call them. Most churches that she's calling are saying like, hey, we don't just necessarily give right off the back, And this has raised a lot of concern for people online. A lot of people are coming at churches and saying, hey, what are you doing with your funds? Or, do you really care for the people? And it's raising a lot of concerns. I mean, people are, like someone said, this is my hometown. As a Christian, this hurts my heart. And so this is becoming a very popular trend. Every video that she posts, she's getting hundreds of thousands of views. And this is causing some concern in the body of Christ. Okay. I want to show you guys some more videos. She called a ton of people. Let me show you one that she called where someone actually said that they would give. Okay. And we're going to talk about this and dive into it and see exactly like what is the response of a church and for the Christian people. Okay. Let's go ahead and watch another one.
I am calling your church to test to see if they are willing to help feed a hungry baby. So far, I've already called 2 churches. Neither one of them were willing to help feed a baby. And honestly, I'm not even a church. And if somebody called me needing to feed a baby, I wouldn't just hang up the phone. I would find them a resource and get them formula for their baby. So now I'm calling Heritage Hope Church of God in Somerset, Kentucky. And it says that they are the oldest continuing church of God in the state of Kentucky. And over the course of the past 109 years, we've been a part of the spiritual landscape in Somerset. So let's see if they're willing to help feed a hungry baby. It does not state online if they are open or not, so we're just going to call and see.
Heritage Hope Church of God.
Hi, I was wanting to see if you all could help at all. I have a 2-month-old baby and I ran out of formula last night. I was wanting to see if y'all could help with formula.
Let me see. Give me your name and number.
My name is Nakali, or just Callie, and then my number is 859-353-7777.
7777.
Yes.
It's Kylie. What's the last name, ma'am?
Monroe, Monroe.
Okay. Now what exactly are you needing?
I just need the Good Start formula.
Okay. So how much do you need? I need to know about that.
I'm not sure. I think I usually have, I think it's maybe $17 at Walmart. I mean, if y'all could just get the formula, I could pick it up or have somebody come get it.
Well, I'm an officer right now by myself, and I'll see if I can get somebody to do this.
Okay.
We can do this. I'll just see. Tell me what it is it's called in case I have to go get it, because I'm a great grandpa. I'm not used to being on farm. Okay. What's it called?
Good Start.
Good Start. And
Sir. Sir.
It's for infants.
Yes, sir.
Infants formulas, any flavor, anything to it, or just?
No, sir. Hey, can I say something real quick?
Sure.
Hey, okay, I'm actually just testing churches to see which ones would actually help the community, and you just touched my heart. And I just want you to know that you are an amazing person. That's the formula, but I don't need it. I just wanted to see if you were willing to help. And I just wanted to let you know that you touched me today, that you were actually willing to help or find the help.
Okay, so she calls this church, and the guy, he is concerned. He has the conversation with her, and he gets her he's willing to get her the formula. And a lot of people have seen this and they are happy about it. And, even one person, I'm seeing a comment that says, this lesbian atheist just donated $100 to their food pantry. Some people are saying the video has them crying. One lady said that's her grandpa. He is the best. Another person donated $100 to the food pantry. So she has been calling a lot of churches, and majority, I would say a lot of the churches are not helping initially, but there are some churches that she's calling that are helping, and I want to elaborate on this because I'm telling y'all, this is, a nuisance within the church, and it can go either way. Like, a church should be able to help out with a can of formula right off the back. But then what if they're getting calls every day? What if they are in a poverty stricken area and they get a lot of calls every day, right? And now, so they have to come up with programs that can help people so that they're not just giving people money over the phone, but they can actually call this program and they can get help in that manner. You know what I mean? So it's a lot that goes into it. All right. But first, let me show you, she called it an Islamic mosque. I want to show you that one. But also she called Lakewood Church, which is Joel Osteen's church. Okay, so let's check that one out.
So I'm calling your church to test to see if they would be willing to help feed a starving baby. So I had a lot of requests wanting me to call a mega church. So I'm actually calling Lakewood International Center in Houston, Texas. And then I also had a recommendation to play a crying baby in the background. So you will be hearing that. It is not real, okay? It is just to make it seem more realistic. And we're going to try it out and see if it changes the way they might want to help. I keep making this baby worse and they still just, nobody really wants to help. So anyways, but let's go ahead and call and see if I can get somebody to feed this baby.
Thank you for calling Lakewood Church. Your call is very important to us, and we will be glad to assist you momentarily.
Yo, that crying baby is killing me, yo. That's funny. That's funny. She's hilarious for putting the crying baby on there because, I mean, I'd be like, look, lady, go. Can we have this conversation in a different room? Okay, I can't hear you. I can't. That baby is in my ear. I can't hear nothing you're saying. That baby was starting to go off like right when the phone was answered. But let's hear what this church is about to say.
Morning. Thank you for calling Lakewood Church. This is Ashley. How can I help you?
Hi, yes. I was calling to see if y'all could help with formula at all. I have a 2-month-old baby and we ran out last night, so she's been going all day long without food. Is there any way y'all could help with formula?
We do have a benevolence ministry. I can take down your information and put in a request for you.
Okay, how long would that take?
We really don't have an estimated time just because we do receive a lot of requests here. Each applicant is different. It could take a couple of days. It could take a couple of weeks. We really just don't have a time frame there.
Okay, you said it would take a couple of days to weeks?
Yes, ma'am. Yeah, if approved.
Okay, all right, thank you.
You're welcome.
Bye. Okay, I did like the idea of the baby, but I could barely hear her. I'm not going to do that again. And if I do, I'm going to turn it way down. But yeah, she said that she had some other church, and if I was approved, it could still take days to weeks to get approved, to get formula. And my baby's over here crying without food. This church is huge. Like, y'all can't.
So hear me out, okay? Did we expect anything from Lakewood Church? I mean, and I'm pretty sure Lakewood Church gives a lot of money away. I'm not saying that they don't give money. They receive a lot of money, right? I'm talking Lakewood Church is like a top 10 church in America. If we're talking about size. So I'm sure they receive tons of money, and I'm sure they give out a lot of money as well to different organizations and programs. I would not expect Lakewood Church to give to just a random person that's calling in. I would never expect that. You're going to get that from smaller churches that have maybe 100 members tops. You're not going to get that from a mega church. You're not going to get that from a church that has 500 plus members because they have a lot going on. They're not like, it's just not like that, right? The smaller churches that you go to that has 50 to 100 members where you can speak to the pastor directly, you're more likely to get help very quickly from those churches. That's just how, and that's a good argument for why mega churches maybe is a problem, right? Because when you think about all of the personal things that take place in life, mega churches cannot necessarily fulfill those things, right? Even when we're talking about local groups, when we're talking about going out as a church and preaching and talking to different people, it's a lot of, it's harder to do that when you have such a large amount of members. It doesn't get very personal, right? You have to fulfill the needs of hundreds and thousands of people. And so I think that when you are talking about this kind of help, smaller churches are more likely to give you the help quicker because they don't have 100 to 200 people in line waiting for service, right? Let's look at the mosque, the Islamic mosque, because they actually said yes. And I want to talk about that a little bit. Okay, I want to discuss that a little bit and dive into it. But let's go ahead and check that out real quick.
She could have cared less. Hey, this is the Islamic Center that was calling back in. So, hold on. Let's go for it. They called me back. The Islamic Center of Charlotte just called back. Make him a baby.
Islamic Center of Charlotte, overlooking.
Hi, yes. I was trying to call. I have a 2-month-old baby, and I ran out of formula last night, and I was wanting to see if there's any way you all could help with a can of baby formula.
We can, ma'am. Where do you live? Do you live in Charlotte?
Yes, I'm like 10 minutes from you all.
Okay. And what kind of formula you need?
It's the Good Start.
Good Start. Yeah, that's fine, ma'am. If you come over here, we'll help you.
Okay. Hold on just 1 second, okay?
Okay.
Okay, I'm actually doing a social experiment. So I don't have a baby and I don't have a need, but I am doing a social experiment just to see which churches would actually help a starving baby. And unfortunately, there's so many that say no, and you immediately was like, yes, of course. And I just wanted to say thank you so much for your heart. And also to see if it was okay if I posted this on TikTok and maybe put your information on there for your church where people can send donations. Maybe if they...
Yeah, no problem, ma'am. We do what we can. We appreciate your kind words. Thank you.
No, thank you so much. I appreciate you.
Okay, so they said yes right off the back. She's happy they said yes. Someone in the comment section said, girl, we going to Islam. Don't do that. Okay. And I'm gonna tell you why. Okay. But I thought it was pretty funny that they have 1 star, one review, but they said yes. Now we got to talk about this. Okay. I get it. People outside the church are going to see things like this and they're going to say, hey, you Christians are always talking about how you're God's people, you're loving, you care about people, but you're not doing this. Islamic church said yes so quickly, and you guys are going around and, giving us the runaround for some baby formula. And I understand that, but it goes deeper than that. Okay. And I want to show you what I mean when I say that. Let me pull up a verse that we can talk about, and we can elaborate on this a little bit. Okay, let's go ahead and check this out. Okay, so real quick. So for Christians, we know that the Bible commands us, God tells us to help the poor, to help those in need. He says that when we help those in need, we are helping him, right? We know that. We know we're called to help the poor. This is our job as Christians. James says, how can you go to someone who's hungry and say, be in peace and well fed, but not give them physically what they need to be well fed and in peace, right? So this is what we're called to do. But also for those that are not Christian, it's not enough just to receive the blessings of God without actually knowing God. Okay, without actually having a desire to know Christ. Getting his blessings is one thing, but it's way better to know him and trust him. It's so much better to have your faith in him than to rely on people that believe in God to help you out, people that are Christian to help you out. Let me try to clarify what I'm trying to say. Okay, let's look at this. Let's look at this verse right here. Jesus performs a miracle. Okay, he feeds thousands with a couple loaves of bread and fish. Okay. After he does this, check this out. It says, once the crowd realized that neither Jesus nor his disciples were there, they went to look for him. He wasn't where they thought he was. They got into the boats and went to Capernaum in search of Jesus. They're trying to find Jesus after he does this miracle. When they found him on the other side of the lake, they asked him, Rabbi, when did you get here? Jesus answers, very truly, I tell you, you are looking for me, not because you saw the signs I performed, but because you ate the loaves and had your fill. Do not work for food that spoils, but for food that endures to eternal life, which the Son of Man will give you. For on him God the Father has placed his seal of approval. Then they asked him, what must we do to do the works God requires? Jesus answers, the work of God is this, to believe in the one he has sent. Okay. So they were trying to find Jesus because Jesus just performed a miracle, fed them again. Okay. They didn't want to find him because of the sign. They didn't want to find him because they believed he was God. They wanted to find him because they wanted more food. They were like, they wanted more food from him. They wanted him to perform another miracle and give more food, essentially. Jesus is like, look, I can do all these miracles and that's cool, but come and search me because you want to follow me. Come and search me because you want to like see that I'm actually the Son of God. Come and search for me because you want to be a disciple, not because of what I can do for you. I just want to say this, okay? Humans will always fail us. That's just, we do good things and then there's times when we don't, right? Even if you're Christian, you're going to fail somebody. You're going to eventually do something that is not consistent with the will of God. Why? Because you're still in the flesh. We are not perfect right now. We will be like Christ, but right now we're not. But Jesus Christ is perfect. He's the bread of life. He says it right here. Then Jesus declared, I am the bread of life. Whoever comes to me will never go hungry, and whoever believes in me will never be thirsty. And he also talks about how how the Father in heaven takes care of the birds in the air, right? That they get fed daily. And that if God will feed them, how much more will he take care of those who love him? How much more will he take care of those who are his children? Okay. So I'm saying all this to say this. This is a good test. This is a good trend that will expose Christians that may not be helping out, right? And there's nuances to that. Some churches have programs for it. Some churches can give right there. But the true bread of life is Jesus. The true bread of life is God. He will help you out. He will give you what you need. You don't have to depend on people. God will bless you, and God can put it in the hearts of people to give at the right time. But humans will always fail you. And I'll say this, I hope that more churches I hope churches get exposed for it, how they, if she calls them, and how they react to this, because I do believe that tells the condition of the entire church. But at the same time, if you are a Christian and you're watching this and you're not giving to people, if you're not giving to the poor, if you're not lending your time to the church or to people, if you're not lending anything, if you're just stacking up money and taking care of yourself and not giving anything away, you need to look at yourself as well, because the church is not the building. We are the church. The people are the church, right? We should be giving. We should be helping. We should be giving to the poor. We should be going to prisons, and we should be doing missionary trips and taking care of people when we can. If you see someone homeless, you should give money. So if you are looking at this video and you're saying shame on them, but you yourself are a Christian and is not giving any money away, is not helping anybody, you need to look to yourself as well. You need to look to yourself. And to the woman that made the video, I forgot how to say her name. I would encourage you, honestly, if you have this heart to give, why not give God a shot? Why not put your trust in Jesus? I believe that this woman has a good heart by looking at her videos. I hope she does. Doing good deeds. I'm trying not to get my words confusing. Doing good deeds are good. But when it comes to your good deeds won't get you into heaven. Your good deeds doesn't make you right with God. What makes you right with God is believing in his son who he sent. And if you actually don't believe that God is real, then why do you even expect churches to actually help out? Because then these churches have a false belief in a God. And so they really have no reason to really help out, right? If God is not real, then we're just playing like we're Christians and we actually don't have the heart of God and we actually don't need to help out. But if God is real, then we actually have to have the heart of God and help those in need because he calls us to do this. So if you are going to check churches and make sure they're doing their work, why not actually take a deep thought on if God is actually real? And if he is, where is your condition with him? Do you actually know him? And where are you going to go when you die? Right? That's something that we all have to think about. And so I appreciate what she did. I think it was necessary, but there's a more important matter at hand to those that are watching this that don't know God. And that is that you should actually consider if God is real or not. So yeah, man, let me know how y'all feel about this in the comment section. What do you think about the things that she's doing? If you're new to the channel and you like what you see, I encourage you to hit that subscribe button and hit the post notification bell so you do not miss another video. My name's Aaron Page. I'll catch y'all on the next video. Until next time, I'm out.